Could you check with the, maybe the sergeant or somebody? They said she's calling the clerk's office and the clerk's office is closed. Just somebody, just let them see if the clerk's office is open.
You ready on?
Yeah. Okay. That's kind of put a lot of two is back in session. Next case is cause number M3299994. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Jesus Geraldo Ibarra. Ibarra. How you doing, Mr. Ibarra? That's good. Mr. Ibarra, you representing your case by your attorney Wright Kimler. Attorney Kimler, how are you doing?
Well, Your Honor, thank you.
State is representing this case by Attorney Andrew Huber. Attorney Huber, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge.
Mr. Kimler, what is your announcing in Mr. Ibarra's case?
Ready?
State.
We're ready.
Okay.
Again, subject to trial setting in criminal district court tomorrow, where I think I have the number 2 case, but I think how that's going to work it out. But other than that, I'm ready.
I think this is going to be the number 2 case over here.
Okay.
And this is the one with it needing the interpreter, remember?
Yeah, she was checking. She didn't say nobody informed the court that they needed an interpreter.
We don't need one.
You don't need one, we need the interpreter.
No, I'm just saying, I don't need one, so I'm not informing the court.
Well, the complaining witness does not speak English very well,
Okay.
so we're gonna need both of them to work.
Okay. So we're gonna have to reset this case to get an interpreter. Okay.
We made contact with her on Friday.
Give and make a note of that. Interpreter for the complaining witness.
We have to get one.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're gonna need one. Yeah.
For the state. This is the potato, probably.
I don't know if they're gonna.
Yeah.
Probably gonna need one. We're gonna need one for the court too. Give us a reset date. It's gonna be in 24. Let's do this here. We'll have to get back with you. She's gonna give what the court reporter gave you.
Can I release him?
Yes. You think so?
Oh, she is a I have that.
Okay. It's gonna be reset to December 11th.
Okay.
Okay. Make a note, interpreter. And for the complaining witness and court. Okay.
Yeah, I should give it to you. later.
Okay, December what?
11.
9 o'clock.
All right. Thank you.
Russell Knapp.
This is a plea. We don't have a.
Oh, okay. You can just have a seat. We calling up the clerk. Next case is Terrence Carl Mann, clause number M332.
That case is going to JP reduction.
That's gonna be a JP reduction.
We need to get the reset date to it.
Okay.
Reset here. 30 days.
You wanna do on 12/11?
Yeah, what if it's like 30 days?
Okay, we'll do 12/11.
Okay, it's gonna be reset to December 11th. JP reduction.
Okay, just have a seat right with me.
I need to write the instructions down.
Mr. Obama.
Tanya Nutter. Clause number M331224. Ms. Nutter, your full name is Tanya Nutter. How you doing, Ms. Nutter? That's good. And Mr. Kimler, what's your announcement?
Ready, subject to that criminal district court.
State.
And state's also ready.
Okay, so this will be the number 2 case.
Great answer to you.
It's gonna be 2 because Ibarra
Tomorrow, okay.
was number 1, but yeah, this would be the number. Well, let's see. Let me make sure. 21. Well, you have no. You have Sadler before that, before this case.
Yeah, I don't think they're ready on that one.
Mr. Kimler is correct. We haven't.
On Sadler,
I don't want to speak out of turn.
Y'all ready on Sadler?
No, right, this one.
Oh, we're talking about Sally.
Yeah, we got it ready on,
This was,
On
this is,
Nutter.
this is the case where the state would like the opportunity to send letters.
you do what?
The state would like the opportunity to send letters in preparation. for
Oh,
this.
okay.
What do we, so now you want Nutter back tomorrow?
Yes, you'll be back tomorrow, 1:30.
I'll be back tomorrow.
That's about.
Now, Stephen Sadler. Now, this is a case you said the state wanted to,
He already left.
Needed an opportunity to send trial letters out on the case.
hmm,
We needed an opportunity to send trial letters out on the case, Your Honor.
okay. The state wasn't able to send out trial letters. Apparently, this case may not have been on their docket when they pulled it.
It's been pending a while. How long has it been? pending?
4 years.
4 years, yeah.
Got arrested in
I think
2019.
I filed a motion to quash the information. while
You got
it's been-
You got arrested before the offense occurred?
That's when it occurred.
The offense is 4/20/20.
Okay, whatever it was.
Well, that'd be,
Okay,
that'd be comes
It's
upon.
been 3-4 years. It's been a
Yeah.
while.
I understand. We had COVID. Haven't, and then we go through a period of COVID where we wasn't able to do anything with these cases for about 2 years.
Yeah,
Okay, you don't remember COVID?
yeah, this is a legal harassment charge. It's not a.
It's all these charges are the same. It's not little or big. They all are the same. Okay?
But I've got a motion to quash the information on file here. That'll need to be.
Okay, so what we do, we can do a pre-trial on that. Okay? So let's put it on the pre-trial docket and we'll set it for a hearing to quash. Okay, on the pre-trial docket.
Okay.
Okay, let's get us a reset. We're gonna, say he has a motion to quash, give him a trial date, make sure we need to have our court report available. That's gonna be a contested hearing. This is Stephen Sadler. Okay, next case is cause number M332-090. Case is style of state of Texas, and cause number M332-156. Case is style of state of Texas versus Hannah Marie Smith.
Agree. Subject to that.
State and state.
State's also ready.
Okay, Ms. Smith, we'll see you tomorrow,
Be back on 30 tomorrow.
1:30.
Good. You just want to, you giving up?
I work. I cannot miss any more work.
So you want to play today?
I'm gonna have to, because I can't miss the work.
Anymore?
No,
Anymore?
I'm not missing any more work.
Anymore?
I'm not.
Maybe you don't know what to do.
Not yet, I haven't had the chance to run it up.
Jonathan Connor,
Yes, that's actually, his is the number 2 case in criminal district court that I've been discussing. It's set tomorrow. And those cases are being set over to drug court. So I don't know if it's actually gonna get reached for trial in drug court or not, because there's some other cases that are in the mix. So he's gonna be back in drug court or back tomorrow in drug court.
okay, this is on the announcement docket.
So I would just reset it with the felony.
Okay. Now, Mr. Connors, your case is gonna get reset with your felony. You don't have a felony date set. We'll find out probably tomorrow what's gonna happen with the felony case, and then we'll reset it. So you're free to go, stay in contact with your bondsman and your attorney.
Field in drug court. Criminal district over here, we're going 40 across the street. He's sending the case to drug court. It's across the street. Don't come back to judge.
It's a red brick building on the corner.
Be over there tomorrow at 9.
Yeah.
All right? Send me a text if you don't know. All right?
Yeah, on the corner of Black
See you
Jet
tomorrow.
and Orleans. Black Jet and Pearl.
Free to go.
Franklin.
Franklin and Pearl.
Mhm.
Okay.
That door is locked on the sidewalk.
What else, Colin?
Next case is Philip Fouts. This is cause number M328174. Case is style of state of Texas versus Philip Fouts. Let's say this is the MTRP with a felony. Mr. Fouts, your full name is Philip Fouts. How are you doing, Mr. Fouts? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Fouts. You represented in your case by your attorney, Ralph Kimler.
No, if you do that, you don't need to be back here. Yeah, fine.
Okay, Mr. Kimler, Mr. Fouts' case is,
He was reset in drug court a moment ago, Your Honor, so we just asked.
did y'all get a reset date?
What was?
You said February 26th? Okay, this case is gonna be reset February 26, 2024, along with your felony. Okay, Mr. Fouts, you can get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day.
And then on Mr. 48, Your Honor, Mr. Lynch.
Hold on a minute.
That's an MQRP.
I don't believe that one's it, Your Honor.
Okay, this one is MTRP too. So this gentleman who just left, his was MTRP. Now, what were you saying?
On 48, I need to get a date, since his felony was set today in the 252nd.
48, was he set today in this court?
Well, he was set the 252nd today, and it's an MTRP here in this court.
Okay, well, you need to just,
But the thing, if I could explain, Your Honor, the disposition in the felony court is that, on the felony cases, that they're gonna prove up the felony in the context of the MTRP here. And that's gonna be dispositive of the felony case. The felony case is getting dismissed. I know it sounds a little bit odd, but I need a date for.
so we just need a contested hearing on a,
Contested hearing date for 48.
okay, hold on a minute. Is he in custody?
No, he's not in custody.
Oh, he's here, okay.
So I need to get a date for, and again, Mr. Peeble's gonna need to coordinate with Mr. Coleman on that. I would suggest.
I still want to thank Mr. Coleman sent out an email. Was that the one he sent an email requesting a court date on that case?
Oh, I need to talk to you. Right.
On this,
I forgot, he did send me an email.
okay, this is the one, we just need a date for a contested MTRP hearing.
I think he went, I have an offer.
Yeah, I want to,
Might be interested.
I understand if he wanted to prove it up, so I don't know. If he talked.
but she said she talked to Coleman. So what y'all want to do? Y'all want to talk first?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always willing to talk, you know.
Okay, okay,
It
well,
has to-
just,
It
I
has to
just,
satisfy the
okay,
parameters.
okay, I'll reset. It'll be reset. I mean, not reset, but I'll put it on hold. I'll just put it on hold.
It's on this document?
No, it's not, well, it's not on the docket, so.
He was selling felony today,
Jefferson County Court of 11-2 is back in session. The court is in session in two cases, cause numbers M330438 and cause number M330436. Both cases are styled of the state of Texas versus Russell Ryan Knapp. Mr. Knapp, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Knapp, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Knapp, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Knapp, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Knapp?
Good, how about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Knapp, represented in your case by your attorney Ralph Kimler. Attorney Kimler, how are you doing?
Oh, well, Your Honor, thank you.
That's good. Now, Mr. Kimler, do you waive a record in Mr. Knapp's case?
So,
Mr. Knapp, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information alleges that on or about May 28 of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with alcohol concentration 11.15 or more. The state is abandoning the enhancement paragraph, so which means that this will be reduced to a Class B misdemeanor. Here you go. Class B misdemeanor DWI.
but do you want me to?
Yeah, you gotta erase that and just, yeah, and you check the box below it, which is a Class B misdemeanor DWI. And the range of punishment for a Class B misdemeanor DWI is minimum 3 days in the Jefferson, 72 hours in the Jefferson County Jail, and a maximum of 180 days of fine up to $2,000, or you can be given both such fine and confinement. Now, do you understand the range of punishment?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
Now, this document is states Exhibit 1, which is the misdemeanor plea admonishment. On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defense Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are two boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
Discovery, sir. I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. And do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Knapp, before you signed and initial these documents, did your attorney, Mr. Kimler, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything that he went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes, sir.
to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let's see. Now, Mr. Knapp, what was your plea to this offense?
Guilty.
Guilty? Okay. And Mr. Knapp, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me states exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer states 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
No objection.
No objection. States exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Kimler, you advising counsel, Mr. Knapp, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
There is none, Your Honor.
And Mr. Knapp, your attorney, Mr. Kimler, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided fully effective and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Knapp, I will accept your plea guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
This is an agreement to plead to the state's offer, which is 90 days probated over 1 year, a $500 fine, 40 hours community service, and standard DWI conditions of probation.
And then they're dismissing the other one.
That's correct.
Are you dismissing cause number M330436, forfeiture of weapon? Okay. Now, Mr. Let me do this here. Okay, now, Mr. Knapp, the state is offering that you serve 90 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you're not having to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail in this case, because you'll be placed on probation for 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus court costs of $407. You also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, urinalysis fee of $15 a month, and a reimbursement fee of $15. You will also be required to pay Jefferson County DW Education and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Now, your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $160 a month. Mr. Knapp, will you be able to pay the $160 each month?
Yes, sir.
You will also be required to pay the DW Education. Well, you'll be required to attend and complete the DWI education class, and you will also be required to have a drug and alcohol assessment, and you'll be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of probation. The state will be dismissing cause number M330436 for forfeiture of the weapon. Now, I have before me a document that is titled Motion to Forfeit in cause number M330436. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, before you sign and initial this document, did your attorney go over this document with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in this document?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Knapp, you're asking the court to grant this motion to forfeit the weapon to the Needham Police Department. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the court has just signed the motion to forfeit the weapon to the Needham Police Department. Now, Mr. Knapp, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Knapp, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreements that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Knapp, you're gonna stand next to your attorney, follow the directions of the clerk. Once you finish following the clerk directions, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
You need to go back probation. State 20 pages. Just
I think y'all need to, you need to file that dismissal. I don't have it.
20 pages.
I sent it up for
Not
DCW.
everything you go from home, they'll set you up. Even put off the phone,
Did you get a copy of the dismissal on that?
transferring.
Yes, sir, I only have.
This depends on
Yeah,
what you do.
That, the plea that we just did, and then two things.
yeah.
Let's flip over here.
You're gonna decide, your right thumb and the top of the box, just your right
90.
thumb. strap.
90,
And then here again. And then you'll sign, then you're gonna. So go ahead and sign this one for me. Alright. Thank you. And then, once it's set, send over the dismissal, I'll give you a copy of the dismissal. This is the probation with the okay. So if you want to have a seat in this first chair, I'm sending it to Judge on the side.
Did you get the one in Smith?
I did get the one on Smith, I just got the other one for him, I just sent you the dismissal.
Okay, oh, here it is.
I don't know what happened. Who knows?
I just signed the dismissal on that.
Thank you.
Next case is cause number M332090. Case is style the state of Texas versus Hannah Marie Smith, and also cause number M332156. Miss Smith, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Smith, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. Ms. Smith, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Smith?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Smith, you represent any case by your attorney, Wright Kimler. Attorney Kimler, do you waive a record in Ms. Smith's cases?
So, Adrian,
Ms. Smith, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. And this information, it alleges that you, Hannah Marie Smith, on or about February 17th of 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to Class A misdemeanor offense of possession of dangerous drug. Ms. Smith, do you understand what you have been charged with? And to this charge, Ms. Smith, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
There you go. Now you can-
Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes,
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
sorry.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Smith, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Ms. Smith, do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, Ms. Smith, there's a set of initials on the line that's checked next to a box that's checked guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, that's titled Trial Court Certification of the Defendant's Right of Appeal. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that's checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that? Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to appeal, which means you're giving up your right to appeal. Do you understand that statement? Okay. The discovery. I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Smith, before you signed and initial all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Kimler, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Ms. Smith, are you a citizen of the United States? State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit 1 in evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
no objection.
No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted into evidence. Mr. Kimler, you've advised and counseled Ms. Smith, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Smith, your attorney, Mr. Kimler, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided fully effective and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Smith, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
The agreement is to plead to the state's offer of 1 year deferred probation with a $300 fine and 4 years community service for exchange. In exchange for this plea, the state is dismissing your second case.
Okay, Ms. Smith, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During this probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $300 plus court costs of $337. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, your analysis fee of $15 each month, and a reimbursement fee of $15. Your total monthly installments is $141 a month. Will you be able to pay the $141 a month? You'll also be required to perform 40 hours of community service, and the state will be dismissing the companion case, cause number M332156. Ms. Smith, do you understand the state's offer? Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Smith, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Ms. Smith, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney, Mr. Kimball, about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent on those matters. Now, Ms. Smith, you'll stand next to your attorney, follow the directions of the clerk. Once you finish following directions of the clerk, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too, thank you.
You're welcome.
You can have a seat, I'll call you back up for just a second, all right?
That's it. We only have bond forfeitures next.
On the pretrial, Brian Harrison. Is that the one he said? He was gonna check to see. I don't remember. Oh, read that.
Yeah, well, it was reset. They never did call in a JP reduction. What was that date it was reset to? Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. Court is in session in 3 cases. Both cases, all 3 cases are styled the state of Texas versus Michael Milson. First case is cause number 23 CCCR 0338. Second case is cause number 23 CCCR 0958. Third case is cause number 333480. All 3 cases are styled the state of Texas versus Michael Milson or Michael Troy Milson. Michael Milson was scheduled to be in court this morning for 9 a.m. At or about 9 a.m., the court's bailiff called the name of Michael Milson at the courthouse door. Michael Milson did not answer. Michael Milson has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The time now is 1:43 p.m. on today's date of October 23rd of 2023. Ms. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Michael Milson at the courthouse door? Michael Milson's name was just called at the courthouse door. Michael Milson did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Milson an opportunity to appear in court on his cases. He has not appeared. State, do you have a motion?
Yes, Your Honor. Statements for bond forfeiture.
Okay, Michael Milson's bonds will be forfeited, and a warrant shall be issued for his arrest and cause numbers 23 CCCR 0338, cause number 23 CCCR 0958, and cause number M333480. Next case is cause number M320816. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Shamika Shanette Parker. Shamika Parker was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. for the court's trial docket. At about 9 a.m., the court's bailiff called the name of Shamika Parker at the courthouse door. Shamika Parker did not answer. Shamika Parker has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The time now is 1:45 p.m. on today's date of October 23rd, 2023. State, Ms. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Shamika Parker at the courthouse door?
Tamika Parker. Tamika Parker. No response, Your Honor.
Shamika Parker's name was just called again at the courthouse door. Shamika Parker did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Parker an opportunity to appear in court. She has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
Statements for bond forfeiture.
Shamika Parker's bond will be forfeited and warrant shall be issued for arrest in cause number M320816. And this will conclude the calling of the court's pretrial docket, the court's trial docket, and the announcement docket. All 3 dockets are scheduled on today's date of October 23rd, 2023 at 9 a.m. In County Court at Law number 2, Judge Terrence Holmes presiding.